Hey everyone, Tension Mixology Part 2, and this time I'm going to be using rootless voicings in the left hand. In the previous video, link in the description or down below somewhere, I was in the key of F and we were looking at all the possibilities on the C7th chord. You know, everything from like a flat 9 and a 13 to a flat 9 and a sharp 11 and all kinds of different combinations. And I talked a little bit about the scales that fit those, but I'm going to get into it a little bit more deeply this time. So start on D minor here. That's our D minor rootless voicing. And we're going to be looking at three different rootless voicings for the left hand. We're going to look at this one. And let's include that A there as the, what is that, the 9 and the 13. And we're going to use lots of different G7 chords like this one and this one in particular. We're going to look at the scales that fit those particular chords, but we're still just covering how you can mix tensions together and create beautiful harmony. And then we'll be going to C. And we can do it a couple of different ways. But let's take a look at this G chord again. We've got this rootless voicing, which we're going to call unaltered. This one, which we're going to say is altered, because we have a flat 13 and a sharp 9. And also you could use the flat 9 instead. It's a little easier to play. And then we're going to use this rootless voicing right here. Right now I'm putting my root down here with my right hand, so you know I don't have monster hands to play these chords. So that's the chord. And there's the bass note. And this one is kind of a mixture because we've got a flat 9, which is altered, and a 13, which has not been altered. We haven't made it the flat 13. And we also discussed the fact that it's difficult to put the 9 and the flat 9 in the same chord. Same with the 9 and the sharp 9, but we can mix these two together. And same with the I'll call it the flat 5 for you folks that like to do it that way, but generally we call it the sharp 11. Once we have a 7 here, we call these other notes by their proper names, 9s, 11s, and 13s. So flat 5, okay? And we don't want to mix the flat 5 and the 5 together usually. And the 13 and flat 13 we don't want to mix together either. Other than that, almost anything goes. And let's take a look at some of the voicings we can come up with for this chord. G7, unaltered. Because it's unaltered, the scale that fits it really the best would be the Mixolydian scale, just white keys here. Right? That would always be the scale of the key that you're in. Right? C major is the key that we're in. This is our 5 chord up on the 5th degree of the scale. We're doing it this way. And Mixolydian is a nice scale. Also the Lydian dominant, where we just put in that flat 5 before moving to the 5, 6, flat 7, and the root. The cool thing about this is if you think Mixolydian, you can use any of these triads. And if you're looking for, you know, something to play, you can make up lines using those triads. Right, starting D minor. And you know, the triad doesn't have to be in root position. Now, if you know the Lydian dominant, you'll find that you can do an A triad in there as well. And now these triads are going to get kind of odd, like this. We will have 2 major triads, 2 diminished triads, 2 minor triads, and then that one, which I guess looks like an augmented triad, right? There's F major, F augmented, so we have that. And lots of good lines you could come up with that way, using those triads. I said good lines, but you know, they won't always be good, obviously. G7's like this. You can put the 3rd in, but it's a little low, so. good line going here. Real quickly, look at some of the things you could do here with this chord. Stack of fourths right there. That's going to be a nice voicing. You know, the fourth is probably the one you want to avoid, so let's skip that one. All right, looking at more fourths. Got the fourth, we'll skip that one. We'll skip this one because the fourth is there. All right, this is good. And you see, you're kind of limited. You're not going to, because you have a 9 right here, you're not going to be able to put flat 9s and sharp 9s in there. I mean, that's not a very good sounding chord, and I think it's a illegal chord. All right, you broke the rules of harmony by doing that. So if you got a regular 9, don't put in. It kind of sounds good, doesn't it? It's more like a passing tone, you know. I mean, you could play a chord like that, but it begs to be resolved somewhere. Okay, let's take a look at the altered voicing. And my hand being what it is, it's easier for me to just do 3 notes like that, or add this note instead of that one, but I'll try to squeeze it out a few times here. Now, the altered scale is the scale that you're going to want to use for this particular chord, and that is an A flat minor melodic. All right, think of A flat minor with a major 6 and a major 7, but it works on that G chord. And you'll see it starts off like the diminished scale and then continues on with whole steps. Now, so for the triads we can use, let's start with the, let's think about the A flat minor melodic and do triads there. So we've got a minor triad and another minor triad. Our augmented triad, and you might notice some similarities with that Lydian dominant scale we just did. Then we have 2 major triads. These are very useful for, you know, creating good chord voicings. Okay, so 2 major triads, and then 2 diminished triads. Okay, we got those 2. If you think about the minor triad here, A flat minor, and you know, think like a 2-5. You got a minor triad and a major triad. Like if you're in the key of F sharp or something, you know, you go minor triad, major triad. That would be a 2-5-1. You could also do it here on B flat to E flat, right? Because B flat is one of the triads, and E flat is. So, you know, it's like a 2-5 in some key. All right, so you can use those to, you know, create some lines. You can go A flat minor and D flat. So, well, I missed one of them. Okay, sounds a little weird when you're just playing that one chord, but if I resolve it, you'll see that. I used D flat major and A flat minor. So let's try some voicings with these diminished triads. Now, in minor 2-5-1s, where the 2 is typically a minor 7 flat 5, and the 5 is usually an altered dominant, we would then move to a minor chord. There's my rootless voicing and some fourths. We're getting some nice voicings today, don't you think? Bunch of of different triads there. And then we can look for other things too. Since we've got a sharp 9 along with the third and the flat 13, our other two altered tensions are the flat 9 and the sharp 11. So we could, like that. And of course, there, we've got our triad again, our D flat triad. So that's nice. We could put the root on top. Right? We could use something like that, which is like the inversion of this. Right? So we could just take this chord and do its inversion, or change it slightly. Many, many possibilities. Millions of ways you can voice the G dominant 7th chord. Let's get into this one. And this one has a flat 9 and a regular 13, an unaltered 13. So the altered scale has that clash. And you don't have to play perfectly. Nobody does. And it's sometimes desirable not to play perfectly and have the scale fit the chord perfectly and use no other notes. You could use this note when you're improvising. But if you want the scale, as kind of a starting point for your improv, the diminished scale hits all the bases, right? It hits the A flat, right? The sharp 11 is there, no problem. There's the 5, here's the 13, 7th. Right? So, what do we have here? What kind of triads? Diminished triads. I've got you can start with any chord tone and then just move it up a whole step, and then a half step will get us back onto a chord tone. So all these triads will work. And I gotta say, I don't think I've ever really approached the diminished scale this way, but I'm going to give it a try. Something like that. Yeah, that works. And of course, if you're coming down, you could think of it like a chord tone, and then down a half step. Now a whole step, then a half step. A whole step, then a half step. Or maybe going to a minor key. It feels more like it wants to go to a major key. That's why the altered is typically used to get to a minor key. In a diminished chord, you can raise any chord tone or add a chord tone that's a whole step above, right? So I can add an E, I could add a D sharp because it's a whole step above that. I said D sharp, but I meant D flat. I could add this one. So there's some major triads in there. There's G, B flat, D flat, and E. So if we're playing this voicing, all of those triads should work. Let's see if they do. It's rich, but I think it's working. And of course, we've got an E triad right there, so we know that's going to work. And what was the next one? G triad. Did I do that one already? That, of course, that's got to work. It's a G chord, right? Yes. And B flat should work. Well, I don't like it because of that, but maybe if we rearrange it a little bit. It could work. Like that, perhaps. No seventh. No third.